Bidie ya say the video. No matter the variety, no, and on the type. Bidie ayan so fast one ko say this soldier. Bidie fa so pa no bidie so fa so pa no enye eja so. Ye pe bidie so fa so enye say the be soldier ko ana. Na mo bidie na so fa so pa say nti oba bia me frɛ bidie. Once bidie no ankasa no bidie mu bia ya se. Na sa bia no aya ye bi si bidie no. Sa bia na ankasa no eye duro. Emi nti sa bia no ye twa na ye hye. All those bia no ensuo di ba bidie na bia no eye eduro no ye twa dia si bidie no. Utumi use sa bidie no. Do oba ade boy ye say yemfa bidie no ye ni. Ade anka bia no yemfa si bidie ba ya ma wo no. Ye di si bidie a eye ma. Ene say ebeboa aye so cleaning ever wonum. They became our saying. They became our setting of yading. And Tikaka more want to be money was sing. And when we have a win here, picking. Now, some big year, effort for we are making. As the president Chaco and Ubena woman. And into you are the president Chaco, every generation. Media so fast way now when you ever the news. You had the lemon and mint and a zinc account. And into among when we have 24/7. I will answer Obey Gama and Brian and San will my him. David. Who answered the one who says the Kamana? And then you hope a second point to move by David. You are winning a president Chaco. You can get president Chaco, just open your president Chaco. Our shop will be a bell, teach you the baby. Your tongue, idea, you be quite new. Open your president Chaco. Fire what person to do set. Now I got dentist what they are. Maybe I would be there and will be able to bring the fan coffee. One got from Quantama Pie. Now we know that you know can do chapter 4. Yes, you can send it for a scene and to see for no. Now do I catch a woman say not Elias and now Elias and now Elijah. Na kuna fo bebere wo ho nanso Zarafat kuna ni nko an nya Elijah son faso na tse kuna fo na wo mo wo Israel no mo nim say Elijah wo wo mo nim dia nya me bedam Elijah so aye but wo manfi wo mambu wo mantie Yesu talk also can say sana Elijah time so na akwatafo bebere wo Israel. Nanso so kwa wo free Syria ye Naaman ene benya no so mfaso so na akwatafo wo ho just akwatafo wo mu Israel ne te say Elisha wo ho nyame nsa wo no so asa o yare kwata na okọ no wa obenya yare sa ba do man fi wo man fa nya asem wo mani ba wo mo so na wo bi free Syria aba benya no so mfaso ekunafo wo Israel eni ba wo mo so no na Zarafat kunani no enya Elijah son faso ebuso meka dia ba besi se awa kwanto jojo medie so nya bo amane se telecommunication adumako ye telese o just kana what to be awie ye ye bo amount no crack say ye 30,000 Ghana cedis 100 million. Ye tell said ye was away Emma with Sakasi KB. And it says a mobile phone was a netally chip and I send the same one. When I go pay enough fashion. Now the same to stop what they pass. Tell us a cash wallet no obey. Now the who tell us a cash wallet that they are. And young fast what tell us a cash wallet in the baby one say. A woman now to be a year, you'll bet me 30,000 Ghana in the city. Once I can't one find some. No visa Jamao, you would rather some I try a you go to Medina any half weekend any pummy Baku Medina Baku half will be at 30,000 Kusi. Yatankra, I mean I can't wait will be half for exit. I'm an ordinary telesale cash wallet. Your dear yarn is or the data and our airtime. Your fixed broadband is also the channel fixed broadband. and one, and 30,000 Ghana cedis wenya free. And yeah, no one can want them. There is a grand prize and only a 1 million. And also, Sadia, what are you say? What you tell us a cash wallet, a better data and airtime, and only better fixed broadband. That's all. And when you open once, make you say, open say you be the next this weekend. Now when you're 30,000 and one, then you're more number also. Dial star 500 hash, star 500 hash, and I send the W for window. I for instrument, N for Nehemiah. Send win to 500. And I said, Telecell, play up. That's all. Telecell, connected energies. 35 after 4. Councillor Lutu Tatanase. What the other was Uncle Wayne. Now, I branch a bin a yebisano, sir. Now then, a papa yes, experience were brabum. One funny foot, was an amifa put on the other. What would you condition be one condition? Encouragement of me here and it's all the minister. Also, sorry, and keep pushing. Keep praying. Problem is always in and it's a musica. Let guy keep pushing. Many of our proof one woman tennis. But I drop you solution in here. Say, what about what to be easy in me? Our one more for them. Say, senior high school for what in so many. What about what to be now? Hey, gentleman, part and go on. I'm back. Mommy, Papa, solution on against publications. Against publications. They can't say, and I won't stand there, and I won't stand there, and I won't stand there. And my name, Papa, you present in the future. Oh, keep pushing, Davy. What problem in answer when get it? And I stand yes, at the same against publications. At the same against publications. And it's one more control BEC, I feel there. Against publications. And when we see the school, headmaster and headmaster, person can transfer. Or match yourself for the against publications next time for another. Essentially, I simplify addition. A match the teacher need the against publications, it's time for that year and put down. Match them, say, Yarifuku. Science the Elimua has to computing, ICT, history, religious and moral education, our world, our people, career technology, French. Sabuchi and against publications in the the teacher cry, one more strike now, will be a will feel cracks. There were 100 titles of supplementary readers for basic, junior high, and senior high schools. Headmaster, headmistress, a friend. Over for Usher for friend. 0242 366 537 0242 366 537 and 0245 413 767 0245 413 767. You are go back North Legon, you have been North Legon so complex. You want to say 1 week without reading makes the mind weak. 440. Councillor,
come here.
Hey, what are the way?
So far, so far, me tongue kapa. Na mo body. Ahwe yenti. Flash be feedback. Bende.
Another one guy no.
Manti de okan no. Na me se boko de. O se boko de. Nyankopon adom ahwe yenti. Any be careful. Any wabodwi so hwe nti be okay. O se ese wabodwi no eya me hwe udin se enti like udidi like one kokoda Now, so was when Pahum.
No, that's not problem, Pastor.
Oh, dear boy, what we are saying here. The air near mention. What's that? A medana say. I said, yes, of dear Yanka. About you say, no. The idea Dawson. The idea Dawson. Is a Dawson at the trouble, but it's just say, what's a fletch or by year, but you said it was some good year, okay. Okay. That be what's the first net tree? I will say. Okay. And I say, yes, say. What's the Taffy Bob Skitting and Crawford about you now?
Opposition.
Then I'm a guy. Magavio.
I'm just a guy.
Meteo boa. Safuamo. Oh, and send me supplier, supervisor, initiator of this particular edumano. What's it? Oh, meaning new way, for 2 anymore, only go for 2 new way. Di kama mi di wecho, hallelujah. Di kama mi di wecho. Di kama mi di wecho, radie. Sa ukana na Yesu ne yara, enye ya kwa mi amudi kayo. Safuamo. I need to talk Safuamo. I won't say kwa mi amo. Safuamo. I'm imagining being a demon. Safuamo. No, and the prof say he was very excited for your profound dive into his message and your understanding. So yeah, say if everybody will have such understanding when it comes to the word, it will be easy for us to disseminate the gospel. So congratulations. That in the midst of all the games we do, we still try and then portray what is hidden under us and what is hidden in us. We do everything together. Ufo doswa. And the ababe yebi. Maybe I do the menewo. Yeah, moment of filtration. Menewo. Yeah. Thank you.
And connected you. Kumasi from Guinness Ghana Breweries PLC. And I'm inside I'm not okay you. And I'm inside because Kumasi Jowoodski as police station now came here.
Okay.
Now Coca-Cola.
Okay.
Now inside.
Okay.
Come
Bema.
now before you ever got some farmers.
Hey.
Small girl, video here, I am on a memory. How we the crowd wasn't so much social media to cry. A high another. I look at them, Yano. Say, we should cry our own cry now, no. Yeah. They don't cry. And then after they see in wasn't supposed to. I was sent to me at a dear brother in a school cry.
Na uka say ha mo no na emu hi ne ha mo video no.
Oh, me dear. The fire have been say. Obi enu kwa wansa kwata foka. When you no first in the secret money indication. Minim.
But that's all bema. Let me share.
Na denje mu ni dia oye.
Okay.
Pia bonchen no.
Okay.
Because social media, Omaka me who say and it is true. You say sister be baba.
Na a wipe it. No, I wipe it.
And we are all forever.
All forever.
Now what you be obedient to go there better so na bibi na we na ya de pemo say ya.
Onye ska obe delete ni na afi.
Obetumi.
Aye. I mean, formal Namika Sakti will say it can be there forever. But minister, we baby video BPA will chroma. Okay, what's up? Bema. I send me see Ukruma. You deleting there was another incident. Yo, I mean, there was another incident. It was totally deleted. And there are incidents today on the internet that the headlines are there, but the stories are not there.
But regardless of
it's wrong. No, it's wrong. I'm not saying this to but no, it's wrong. Oh.
People don't make that say, delete or external drive, no, so international external drive. Obi on video, no.
Keep it here, no.
I want a pen drive, so. And I want
they can always bring it back. And now they be can't say me say, and Marty through me chiao. I'm sorry, no makeup the in yaman. Me baby no makeup the or jatu internet. They say as anybody ever cow on there time, and they go for. But why renovation on the house in Cecia, Mazisia? The pictures now are filtered. Bibia ekoye. So media they make Canadian say the social media game a year came from 1995 to 1999. Abeya. Let's watch what we put in there. It's a bad act. They get here and I mean the most noble profession in the world is prostitution. But oh yeah, it has to be done in a certain category. Oh yeah, Messiah, no, I can see.
I don't know how to certificate.
Oh yes.
Hey, how much certificate for prostitution?
I don't know how you call it. It's the most noble profession.
Quite surprising.
Oh, some many engage to support them because maybe wow.
Okay. I see.
Because of you meaning say utia yama wa assess the services of a prostitute before.
Never.
And now yes, never say never because you are still growing.
Never so now.
And so not yet. I cannot yet say me.
Not yet.
Me that's it.
Not one.
Grammatical day. So maybe say if you decide to sell yourself, and that's why the laws in this country is against prostitution, but it's difficult for us to drive anybody to the court because the evidence of proving somebody is a prostitute has become very difficult to be proven by law. Because the fact that we're addressing staff, the fact that with Gina area, it can be justified by not truly saying some part or whatever it is. But don't rub your prostitution on our faces. So this girl's act is wrong. And I am happy she's gone back to school. It means that she is going to educate herself. Unfortunately, video man, you be unshed that. And come on, I made you say,
entertainment review
ye di hu komo ho mpo o fa video na ntu ye page so ba ye di hu komo ye read this story no ma hu video ni da enti me hu say na video ni but media say it is wrong. Don't ever think that sleeping around and videoing yourself makes you a hero. From where I sit, it means you have a mental deficiency. That's how I see it. It's your being poor or this sex toy. Edi aggressor say ni kunu to kwan ni kunu and who's our mental problem. Because it becomes a inhibition to sexual intercourse. Becomes a inhibition to sexual intercourse. Yes, see a point.
Sexually active. Now you come and the year has been away for a year.
So for that faithfulness, no. If two people are married, the faithfulness, who is it for? Is it for me, myself, or for the partner? No, it's not true. Faithfulness is your personal decision.
You can decide to be faithful
or not. And when you are not faithful, it doesn't affect anybody. It affects yourself. So never hold me responsible for your faithfulness. That's our problem. And I only me worry. My phobia. Only me worry. Say I'm your intimate faco. Who are you quite jamming going to and I will know the ultimate now. My sister, take your time. My brother, take your time. It's a personal. It's like cheating. There are two things we know what can and what Jim Chilemu said. There are only two things you should expect in marriage: cheating and divorce. When it happens, it's normal. It's not news. What else here?
Time to fight.
Yeah, go.
Bema wawari. Say I say Bema need the head of the home.
Correct.
And at what point? And I was saying, Umame, I know yere, relationship, I get it.
So me that say. And baby, yes, a mistake way because there are two in-laws, or there are two families that produces the in-laws in the marriage. But anytime I bet the word in-law, Kai say it is saying say BB is in. One of the most difficult, troublesome witch making in a lifetime. Obey mama. And baby, I will bear me biano. You are aspiring to become a witch in future when it comes to your son's marital issues. Make us say you are aspiring, it just say, or baby, I dream say, Obi and to me, one baba, the baba, my home, just on one. If you watch at home, now Obaba or Babema, if you're the way or any Obaba money related as compared to Senna or any Baba related say for. I'm not talking about more Mauba. So back one way. Was it? Oh, that's a fool. I love I could I think I will swing a war.
That because
So
there we are not what the cats of our army bunny.
but that's all. So back on
Anyway.
What does it? So be our back on your can see then I can. Media mean pay babema unya babema. Na detia enanum epe babema semne eye ketia ni etwa wonti. Seno munya emre ema ketia ne ho yaw a omode edro esuso so enuane so hie aboho ban nti abofra ne yaw no ekọ wo mu pa eti hona problem ni ehia asefi. Ba me kan sa na de ba ko ambesa me kesi so se yeah, cast a mother-in-law. So for why the mother-in-law? As a question here straightforward. Say mother-in-law a fee or bano mother-in-law a day. Only ne what should be the relationship? In the first place, say cast a mother-in-law. Mother-in-law ni ye or baby wawale. Ana baby wawale. Ne maame oba wawale ana bema wawale ne maame bema wawale na oba wawale ne maame ene ye ka bisa eti sofo se oni me atwempra na me wale wo oni me woba na me wale wa sofo uni mother in law oni me atwempra oni me ewoba na me nya wo ho ade a uni mother-in-law. Eti koma ye di sisi anu mu amuni mother-in-law nu nsua da mo benya bi no da ma komani. So for me a survey be 2 years ago, random survey. And the sample size were a ma omu awale any de awale. Out of my percentage na me nya close to 89% of the women I spoke to preferred to marry a man whose mother is no more alive. Yeah. When you open your phone lines, you can ask them to. Most women will want to marry a man whose mother is not alive. What my small sample I did. And the reason is because Omar Guinness said they cannot live with their mother-in-law's interference in their marriage because of their son. Now, but then I reverse the question. You will grow and end up becoming a mother to a son as well. Will you wish to be dead before your son will marry? Because the question is, if you are wishing to marry a man whose mother is dead and the mother is no more in the picture, and I'm asking, if it is you, will you also wish to find out that you two having a son, you will die before your son will marry? And they go like, how? Nah. So a mother-in-law is the mother of your spouse. And in this discussion here, discussing, say, Oba ni mame, oba ni kunu ni mame no. Omo ntwa kan enya den. In the first place, if you find out that your wife and your mother are close and they are friends and they have a child together, you are doomed forever. I repeat. Say who say okunu ma who say wo yire eno maame aye down for 4 mudi nkomo bom omo ti tira telephone so edi hu nkomo a mensre tu na gina ho because you be sell. Aye. No, when they form alliance against you, you are finished forever.
Our enterprise is the friend of a great for a good. For Daniel was it Asemo.
We should be like Omega. They don't want to find your mother alive.
My favorite counselor.
But that's all.
Now, thank God this year I won't come up by a course of being with
Ooh.
Counselor, thank God this one. Even in the studio, and he always play them.
It's a brand. Get it, so in the war. Not a phone in the war.
I don't know if they are too close and are too connected.
Because your mother-in-law can never be your friend. You have to remain as an in-law.
Not that we do.
Well, the same way. Look, the procedure between a husband and a wife and their in-laws is the husband. So let me give you the illustration, and I do it most of the times. So for wale, oyere, emame, oyere, mame, and the wo between wo and the oyere mame and oyere no. Obian one a yellow. They say in-law, and one yellow. Thank you. It's woyere any oyere mame between omubienu oye the law or oyere the law. So between one oyere mame no, you cannot operate with your mother, your wife's mother, until the law is speaking. He is your in-law. Only oyere ni ntem. Thank you. So your father-in-law can never call you to have a discussion with you about your marriage. If you go to your father-in-law's call, it means that you are not a man who is leading your home. Say, we can report to am wase bema ana wase ba. Na you say na kwa no point you man fa na di nkomo na Charlotte di nkomo bi aba. You have lost respect for you. You are not valid. Because a husband in this world must be a leader before marriage. Look, if you marry a man who becomes a leader after marriage, you are finished. But if you marry a man who is a leader before becoming a husband, you are solid.
It's either you are finished or you are solid.
Yes. And you are a Bema on your leader before better than a husband. Or Mawunti Abrabona, see they can't lead you. So in this particular context and conversation, between Woyere and the mama, you are the law. So my wife has no right to have a conversation with my mother without the law. So how do they become friends?
Then what should be the relationship between my wife and my mother?
Law. Operate as your mother-in-law. She is also not your mother. Never see my mother as your mother. How do you come and say that mommy would die in term? And to me, oh, for me, mommy, oh, man, oh, no. Oh, no.
And with your more experience, while I am not okay, before even I come to that one, and you tell one more, the broken about any normal confusing or meeting. Because whenever we talk of mother-in-law, I say, but now, education with the money, that means mother-in-law, rather the wife.
No, there's a mother, and who made you have an in-law? If not your wife, do you have an in-law? So without your wife, the woman is nothing to you. So how do you communicate with her without her? Between you, maybe I say, and your husband is the law between you and the mother.
Do they communicate?
They can communicate, but they are not friends. And their communication should be on that level of respect where a mother-in-law and a daughter-in-law. So my mother cannot discard my childhood things with my wife. For the way. And now, oh, Ukunu dear, me say, Nkola Brem no biara abonten. Nkola Brem kra yale bi beto nti wenti uhu de bia no titi na pempem. E yale bi e ba e krodo. And yes, Sam and a coy, and only near yes, sir. Oh, Messi, me woo. I don't know, I'll be a kawasa. Someone. Anybody who knows there is a good mother-in-law, come and show me what makes that mother-in-law good. Who says she's good? When your wife is calling your mother, if my wife ever tells me that my mother is good, do you know why she says my mother is good? Because if she wants an attention from me, she uses my mother and then they get me. When my mother wants me, she uses her.
I will come and just 2 minutes. So if there should be relationship between my wife and my mother, it should be what kind of relationship? And if they have to talk on what levels and on what issues?
That's it.
The content of their conversation. I don't know now. KFC said, and conform one aduane no cry nyɛ and so nobody they as a mono the create room and a buy no ja wo be aduane di wa wo ni KFC dada take KFC the aduane no do jara be sie eso ebo the dead say ewo KFC aduane number 1 KFC spicy rice with succulent wings aye 30 Ghana cedis pe me say KFC one more the no anunso the as a visit no I but yes it e mo na ya mo panti ya spice na kama the wings chicken wings aka no aye 30 Ghana cedis pe what on so e ma o sheto wo de be kan ho na ma taste na e dewa I know that here crispy chips with wings. Telling them crisp. Yay. Oh, I did from the this year. I don't take your way to Pana. And we move to glue. And go for the video. Would you go and say, give me 3 minutes? But now, I am as I've been going for your soul. When you're there, 10 hours to cry, this is screwdriver. With wings. And you're 30 Ghana citizens. Here to say, and then you bring upon a book of your own. You share young crab to be an above. Now your spicy rice with succulent wings. And your crispy chips, you know. How will it come on? Nina, you're 30 cities. Do the number 2 with the KFC, bar, KFC, chips in the wings, and the traffic more. Grass watch for council. 30 pet. Available now at all KFC restaurants nationwide. KFC, it's finger licking. Obey at a throw on the sack. On the back, done it, a offended. So good you see, I know a black and white. The moon. Kaza. That's it.
So that's it. So what something said, what should be the content of their conversation?
Exactly. And what should be the relationship?
The relationship, I will continue to say that it should be a respectful relationship that must emanate from a marital or from a wife to a mother-in-law because of your husband. So for I said, no woman can take care of a husband. No wife can take care of a husband. No wife can take care of a husband. Because if you take care of your husband, you will lose him.
What do you do to your husband? And what do you do to your wife? If you are not to, then we come back to the relationship.
The truth is that husbands are served, they are not taken care of. So if you're a wife, serve your husband.
Don't take care of
you cannot. You take care of your children and not your husband. But unfortunately for us, they are diluting the original counseling and telling wives that who worry Obama or no backend for their wear. Such a loose talk. I dear thing mommy backend. So they add you to the children. And I'll give you a practical example. Yeah, child for near. No, you didn't know. They be out original child between for Nino. Now what he say, no what we say. Our Benkum. And Kolaba, I will wait for no Nicolana Giant.
I see.
So if you don't know, and someone tell me, anytime a woman loses the ability of you can lose your ability of being a wife whilst you're still in the marriage. So you can be a woman in the marriage whilst you're still married. So some people are women in the marriage, and that's what they are taking care of. So women take care of men or of husband, but wives serve. So in your service, Emma would you only leadership, Emma, because software I said one man in Pasiaka, but marriage is slavery. And I say when you do our dear no more, but she has son a young quasumi. Now benya home for so. Young baby, the Banamans, the Comans, the Jankophone, slave trade no more, and you are moving a simple principle. They were very obedient to serve the masters. Any idea when any generation. The Americans say, our dear TSN say, if you really want to stay long in marriage, learn to serve your husband. And if you know how to serve your husband, then your mother-in-law cannot be your friend, but you give respect to your mother-in-law based on your husband's life. The relationship name Komodieno. So for under what circumstance should my wife carry my phone and call my mother? Hey, see you. Anytime you there, friend, me mama no. Sorry, enemy me phone. Mama me who say me na my friend.
I was a movie.
For example, debut. Me, I'm on common family home. But in my example where my wife is using my phone to call my mother. Who is there some mistake never? Many clear money from mommy. No, I have a phone. It's mommy for a phone now, or just what? Or just who said then, never be my Kwame. You see communication. Kwame, if you want to use my phone to talk to DJ Flesh, one of the things I always tell people is that let me call DJ Flesh and tell DJ, say, DJ, hold on. So far, I'm a person, no, didn't come. That's the protocol in communication. But you understand? And you buy a on the Kunatina Chena, a warning by it. And I make a friend yaw. And of Fred Nikunu Kwame. And your fire phone, Mother's Day, now friend, mammy, I wish him, Obiaso friend, you can move. And our fire phone, no friend, mother in law. Crane phone ring. And I, mammy, yes, or this, or say, Kwame, Bako, dear. Na yawa and now and now day yawa and yanka young man happy Mother's Day. None of you man but you a meal. Ah, now me matter for phone mano. I am to quiet customer. Ye can't go see you got in a meeting as a young car. You see, mammy, and I'm saying no, the woman didn't do anything wrong because the communication partner. There's a way the two of them respond to each other. So why did you go and listen to what must not be listened to? So in the first place, my mother is not my wife's friend. And my mother is also not my wife's mother. She's a daughter-in-law. So must live as a daughter-in-law. And the principle of a daughter-in-law is that you act as you serve your husband. For example, so we didn't kosra umami mufie. Ne yabesra mono yiri ko na yabesra umami wo mufie. Na mami wo kitchen ni aduane a mesra mi bi so. So yiri ko chia mami wo kitchen no bo na wo fufuo na otena ho na mami be chia. Emu de wan. When your wife crosses the sitting room to where your mother is, she has disrespected you as the husband. More or less, some year back, was a miracle kosra me mamia or twin nim kama. A shata dear near moon pine kama. So now you do one made dear walk at him, papa be dear. Now me eating a quadgy woman a wolf of one of my papa no dinner and a baby boy. But you see our life. A good daughter-in-law is the one that comes to meet the mother-in-law cooking and they come and cook for her. Now, it is not so. My mother's kitchen cannot welcome my wife until my mother will leave what she's doing and come and greet my wife. So they are not friends. Me ma me hwehwe me no afro na me fa phone now. E ba ne say no frɛ me yere. I can say, "Hello, Adwa. Na me frɛ ukunu. My friend is on for catch and so frɛ me sisi a." So be one on one. Maybe I'm to be one on one. You know, when you continue accepting that no in the marriage circle for your wife, very soon, I'm back and send you to Tinetti Yoka. Some of them may flower on for. Oh, you depend on flower now fighting me here. What is me here? Me ba my one now. This is my friend. You don't know. Now you didn't catch it and I know a friend. So me, if my mother calls me and she doesn't get me, and calls my wife to tell me I should call, if my wife tells me for 3 days I won't call her. No, for 3 days I won't call her. Because if I don't do that, she will end up fighting my wife. So unknown this is funny. So can you ever catch her? But me, I will punish you for calling my wife to look for me. Because the in-law business, no, when she Emma ne brewa what they say.
Hey, counselor.
Savoir. And then exactly
what you want to say here.
Aquarano, yeah. We don't cost Hana mete.
You bet you the 8 minutes. Okay, up for court today.
Mate,
no, will be with you. Nadia and some accounts like that. If you are not sure what you're now pay and more as a Missani Pisabia. And German council and Kwanzaa because of Kwanzaa will be Samia. 0302243529. Question is anyway. 0302243529 and 0302243547. Lady Vera no weapons are interesting. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Papa, what do you mean you got a free?
Maybe you should expect a free shop.
When you would bet me in 1 minute, am I?
About this.
But you don't bet me in 1 minute, am I?
If I do. If I told you, I can't say no prayer. And say, and maybe I do to make my warrior, me, my no man. Also, my man. The mammy be your mammy, Nammy also marry their man, and then me say I don't go. I don't want to do. Who going to move a agree with you? Meanwhile, we become we wanted. Meanwhile, we become we wanted. If you said, me, maybe I'm the name of obey my dear member. I will send a country one. And I'm a home man, and I'm a country. And so, man. The prayer woman who goes over for the it will be no trouble. And son, I made my cassette and you make who shoe saying, it's in your hands, I'm saying now, and no press back. A bad day say, you're virgin because one day I will give you.
Tell us about. 0302243529 0302243547. Councillor, topic we say, I know it's difficult to treat now.
Yes, because people have some level of personal ideologies. So when you venture into those areas, they want to fight and kill you. But I have learned one thing in my life. What is wrong, Suffolk, is wrong. Even if everybody is doing it. What is right, even if nobody is doing it. Table so high, maybe I'm here. And I buy a big tranam kaiser, some of dressing na on sissa, a few. And there was a son.
Hello, good evening. But you didn't look at the Yo, I know my name is Kakama. Yes, you will. Because of the and as a pass also prayer. 0302 243 529 and then 0302 243 547. Counselor, before you go, you say, the Ecomaster said, only tight to Sanua, what will be the consequences? But before that, hello, good evening. But you didn't make your gazette. But you didn't. Yes, but you didn't make your gazette free. But you're family of one. Very bon patriotism. But they can't let and they true. Mamma, my make first family will be just there. Or friend, and I make a system here at nothing. And I will put a lyric at you. Mamma, so yes, number the act. My mammy has to get on 7 and I will know. Negas and my mammy and has a best. Now we have to be a man and a couple and I say, with the council come here, a trooper. Yes, sir, that's a bar. All right, Chandler. In a minute or two, our consequences.
Very, very dangerous consequences. You loses your position as a husband. Your wife suffers. She's divided between two authority instead of just one leader. So you can't lead the family because your wife, maybe your wife is so new, but umame enti onim. And umame so or power small penna 17. BBC is already unansi for man. Now either call mame home. Now more lose grapes. So she should learn how to respect. And the secret for respecting is you protecting your wife. The secret is that bear man the parameters, how far your wife can go. And you be anybody if you go. So na me ante chiba bienu bi a ye ne go to a akwa 7 years we aba e fun na ba and je say miracle. What are you talking? Okopene ho. And I read your uncle ye dachi abewu na me wuna me we uncle ye ti mu nsia mi a monja na me employ. You see, I shield. I believe that every husband must protect and shield the wife. Let your wife become so difficult to be approached. Because my wife cannot go to my family house except her own family house, and her family cannot invite me. So don't be a friend to your mother-in-law. If umami would tell enti udia wenya mami, and I ma walo na person di mami your money and sister Jai compel mami nya bana ya no mami, because the consequence is so dangerous. So say oyirewu kafra. Now I see a gari abofrana traditionally between umami and oyire mami. When I say gari abofrana, this must not be discussed. This shouldn't bring a fight. Yeah, oyire mami because yeah abako seme this assembly by and say obakwa wo so ba etodi bia no ho dodo no ye ni to ensuo so or the nyama bi kire se oyire ehu mami adagyamu a ye no miema no kosi do bewu. And now mami so hu oyire adagyamu a wasai amamre kosi do bewu. Enti so oyire kwa wo so a ni mami ewu mpo a it's better for you to look for an auntie from their family to come and bath for your child. And you say yenya ni 1 week me mami ba na mami so aba sister. What did I can say? Let's learn to build the parameters and the barriers to protect the marriage, the sanctity of the marriage, and the wife you are marrying. Please, Never allow your wife in any standard to be a friend to your mother. No matter what your mother is saying, keep fighting. My last point is that you too, stop going to your mother and whatever your mother says, come and sit your wife down. And then you find the idea me pekra. Me mama dey say some catch them be be obi a. Hey, so for me mama catch them me wale me yiro na me ri omboa me daachi. Na afina wale na be 22 years no. Me fra me ira catch say umpo de why ade pa o. Na me buy me mama catch them say obi ti say odi me wale no. Are you okay? Are you okay? So for me that say so my part one. Mate. Mate. 0277 Makwe Ginger Honey Chips. Tonga Tali 609 6 of what they're trying to call so. We are somebody who be at your horses. So for Amundo knows how to interview. What is the reason? Because 0277 609 644. We came to learn and we have to continue teaching. We are the content. You are the listeners. Call me if you have any challenge with your mother-in-law. O mother-in-law at 2 bedroom fie. Bosumi ba kuni. O bre. O fidi. O mother-in-law. E fidi kolano. Wa bre. The son said, o mother-in-law bedroom fie. So for mu part 2 metro say your mother-in-law has no right in your kitchen. She doesn't have right in your kitchen. 0277 609 644. From near Pamono. Because the two shall become one. But that's all.
Especially the Saturday so far.
Thank you for joining me. I'm on OKFM as usual. Sorry, at peace. OKFM. Thank you so much. Abraham, thank you for joining me. Thank you very much. Well, this is an impromptu one. I was invited to teach and I came to teach. So if you want to get a part to get ready for me, but your mother-in-law should never be your friend. Never attempt to make her your friend. Maintain your position and die in your position. Respect her as your mother-in-law, but never cross over and make your mother-in-law your friend if you want your marriage to last. God willing, tomorrow I will see you again. This week is strange. Tomorrow morning I have a show and I'm going to send the flyer to you. I'm going to post it. Tomorrow morning I'm on front Tom. Is that the name? I want to see the topic that they are discussing. Want to prophesy, exploring the lives and legacies of modern day prophets. Okay. So tomorrow, that is what I am doing tomorrow. Modern day prophets exploring the lives of them. And so I'm going to have a deep discussion when it comes to relationship issues on Kantanka TV tomorrow morning. So it will affect our, what do you call it? It will affect our road show, but it will do something. We will have more teachings. Don't worry. Thank you. Thank you. So our moderator came. I'm gonna thank you so much for the support. I didn't alert you, but you just came to support me. I think I saw nobody out front to here. Thank you all for joining me. Get ready for me. The body is down small, but Charlie thank you for joining me. Thanks to Makwe Ginger Honey Chips. Order yours now on 0277 609 644 0277 609 644. Mr. Momodin, now make an attempt of buying one for yourself. Order for yours now 0277 609 644. Madam Asi.
I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but it's ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America, everywhere you want, 862-215-2007. You can chew like this, or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in me, Akpatashi. your whiskey, your brandy, anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice, nice, nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips, 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. It's your ginger honey chips. Get one for yourself. $10, free to go. Enjoy yourself. Thank you.